everyone. Thanks for stopping by to see what I'm up to today. And today I have a product from you that I was kindly sent in PR. And this is from a company called Instylish. And they sell brushes, mainly sponges. And they do have several makeup items of a good variety on their site. And their site is instylish.com. And we're going to get right into these sponges. But first, if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Maureen and I'm always happy to have you. I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and join all of us here on YouTube. And welcome back to all my returning subscribers. And like I said in the beginning, this was sent to me so kindly in PR for a review. And I have not used this yet because I have not applied liquid foundation, and I would not use a beauty blender for the compact concealer that I use. I would just use a brush. So I will be trying this, but I just wanted to bring this to you. I do have a microfiber sponge, and that's what these are, that I have used in the past, and I actually like it better than the top name brand. That's $20, and I think it cost me $5 maybe, if that. I just find with the microfiber, it's not as absorbent of your product, which in the end saves us all money because we all know some foundations can be very expensive. So this is what it looks like. And I will take this one out of the package. And I was sent 2 of these. It was a double pack. So I can get it out of the package. So I'll get rid of the package. So this is what the sponge looks like. And they come in all different colors. These are just pink. So it's a, nice sponge. There's a contour angle there, which is great for like the side of your nose, under your eyes, any kind of spot that's has any kind of angle to it. You still have plenty of your roundness to, dab your foundation on. But what I like is it's a flat bottom. So you can get areas, wider areas, where you can just dab, dab, dab and go for it. I just wanted to, before I get too far into it, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about their company from their website. Instylish is a platform where inspiring, trustworthy, and creative beauty solutions are designed by creators with beauty wisdom and for beauty lovers who want to enrich their own style, which I think pretty much sums it up right there. So that's basically the beauty blender. It is soft and squishy, just like you want, but yet it still has some denseness to it, which you also want. If they're too soft, they're not going to do what you want. But I did wet the sponge. This is the wet one. This is the non-wet. So you can see that it does grow quite decently. It's not sopping wet, damp enough where you can still use it, but you can see the difference right there. Big difference in the sizes. Wet hand. Instylish is, they haven't gotten back to me yet on the actual code. I have reached back out to them at the time of this filming for them to give me the code, and I will put the code in the description box below since I won't have it at filming, but basically it will be 10% off of your first, I'm assuming, item, unless it's 10% off your first order. I'm not sure because they didn't send me the code yet. So I received the Not Basic Microfiber Sponges double pack. And on their site, originally, they're $12.99, but they're currently marked at $9.99. So that's not a bad price for 2 sponges. And I do love the microfiber. And basically, it retains the dampness much better than some of the other brands because they're actually a sponge, like a cellulose sponge, where this is microfiber. It rinses clean, rinse warm water and a little bit of soap, an antibacterial soap, and usually these are pretty good. Sometimes, the popular expensive brand, takes a little bit longer to clean. Like I said, it doubles in size. So you can see about the growth, and this has been wet for a little while now. It's dual ended, so you have your flat end, your typical roundness, and then the angle, plus you still have your point if you need to get in any tight spots. like I said, the product does not soak up, the sponge does not soak up a lot of product. Therefore, you know, in the long run, you're saving money. You can use this for primers, your CC or BB creams, your foundations, concealers, bronzers, highlighters. You know, there's so many liquids out there these days, especially when your sponge is wet. Now, if you can use your sponge dry to, like, I could use this sponge to apply my compact foundation. I just use a brush because I don't need to move it around my face as much. If I wanted a better coverage with my powder foundation, I would use this because I think I could get it on and actually dab it in better than just a brush, which I think brushes just basically skim the surface. I'm sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. You can use this for, you know, your setting powder under your eye. Put it on, you know, this angled end and just tap it under your eye. If you like to chisel out a contour, you know, you can bake your powder. Bronzers, highlighters, you can still use the sponge. You can use whatever end, you know, the flat end if you want to use for your bronzer. Contours, you know, you can use sponges pretty much for everything. And they're so affordable. And sometimes, you know, not everybody can afford, you know, a nice brush set, or, you know, maybe you only have a few brushes, but everybody can afford a sponge. So definitely something to look into. And I think this brand of Instylish is extremely affordable. And to get a double pack for about $10, I don't think it's that bad. $5 a sponge. I mean, if I sold this for $5, just one, I would buy it. But it's always nice to have two, because that one is you used yesterday and you rinsed it and it's still damp. You still have another one to use. So you can basically rotate them through. And my microfiber that I have, I've had for several months, and there's no cracking, there's no breakage. I mean, it looks practically brand new. It's not pink. Mine's like a teal blue or something like that. So, but I don't use heavy foundations. I did with my other one. I have not. Like I said, I usually don't use sponges for my foundation, but I might try, because I like that chiseled end. Sometimes they're just completely rounded, and that sort of you can't really get into well. So I might try this with my cushion foundation and see how well I like it versus always using a brush. Because when you use a brush for powder foundation, a lot of it, you get all that, you know, you go to apply it and you get this dust all over the place. So technically you're wasting product. So this might hold on to it better, so that when you dab it on, it goes on your face and not into the air and all over the place. So I might try that for my cushion foundation. I never really gave that much thought. So basically that's my video. I wanted to bring this to you so that you can see the difference. Wet to this is dry and this is wet. I will leave a link down in the description below for the website for Instylish, and hopefully by the time I post this video, I will have the discount code and you guys can take advantage of the 10% off. And I look forward to using this. I'm actually going to use this tomorrow when I put my makeup on and see how I like using the sponge, and I will put an update in the description box how I liked it dry for my powder foundation. We all know a sponge damp works well, and this is still pretty damp, but it's not sopping wet. If I squeeze it, I got one drip of water out in my hand, and that's it. So I mean and I soaked it, and it's been probably about 10-15 minutes, and it's still damp. I mean, I hope 15 minutes later you're still not putting on your foundation, but this should stay damp enough that you can still utilize it for a long time. And what I like with the double pack, like if you use this for foundation and you wanted to use this for something else, and you would just wet both of them, you don't necessarily want to use the one you just had foundation on, so you could use this for something else, you know, maybe, or keep it dry and use it for your setting powders and stuff. So I always like buying the double packs, and I don't think, I personally don't think that we need to be spending $20 for a product. The ones that I have at that price point, I've received in boxes or that were gifted to me. There's just, it's not in my budget or not in what I want for this channel to be having to spend $20 for one sponge. What I like about brands like this, and Instylish in particular, is that their price points are extremely affordable. And like I said, I always like the double packs. Why not? If you like one, two is better. And I appreciate all of you watching, and I hope you have a great day. And as always, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.